Hey team, it's Tom from FitCure. Welcome back. Today we are going to talk all about carbohydrate bulk cooking. So bulk cooking your carbohydrates. So you're going to need 30 to 40 minutes to bulk cook this, yeah? But the beauty of bulk cooking your carbohydrates, because they're quite resilient beasts, it's 30 to 40 minutes. You set it and then forget it, and then the rest of the time you can mess around on your phone looking at videos of dogs or whatever you want to do. Or is that just me? I don't know. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to talk about them in orders of the kind of ways you can do your bulk cooking of carbohydrates. So you can do steaming. So when we're dealing with the vegetables and things like that as well, invest in a steamer, or you can get a little steamer pan as well. Honestly, it pay back dividends in terms of freeing up your time, yeah? So steam them. So what you do is you put water in the bottom, you put the veggies in the top. So water in the bottom of the steamer, veggies in the top of the steamer. The beauty of steaming over boiling is it preserves the nutrients. It doesn't kill them as much as it does when you're boiling as well. Also, with steaming, things like frozen veg works really, really well. Obviously, fresh veg is even better, but that involves like washing and dicing and things like that. And things like your carrots, your courgettes, squashes, broccoli, cauliflower, your Brussels sprouts. Think about Christmas dinner. Those kind of things are what you would be popping into the steamer. As I say, fresh vegetables is obviously better. Obviously, we know that. But for some of us, you've got to look at realistically where you're at the moment, how much free time you've got. Again, I keep saying this, how much you actually care. Frozen vegetables will do a job. It's better than eating a crunchy in a packet of Quavers, yeah? So number two, so roast in the oven. So you can roast these in the ovens. Things like your starches, you're looking at things like your potatoes, your sweet potatoes, all your sort of root veggies, those kind of things. Pop those in the oven, drizzle them with a little bit of olive oil rather first, some spices or some dried herbs. Can go on those as well. Salt and pepper is probably your staple, and just experiment with different herbs, different spices. Don't forget the sweet potato recipe where I popped some paprika over the top. You know, Cajun spices, all those kind of different things you can look at as well with these. 25 to 30 minutes. Set the oven to 160 to 180. If you line it with foil as well, you know, it increases the or decreases the cleanup time as well, because you whip that foil off, give it a quick clean, and it's better than just popping it in there and having to like scrub it down after as well, yeah? Next one, we've got rice cooker. So rice cooker, a little bit indulgent, but again, it massively frees up your time. And if it frees up your time, especially with this one, you don't have to watch it. You could pop that rice or whatever, quinoa or the beans essentially that can be used in that rice cooker, bang it on, go do whatever you need to do, come back an hour later, and voila, you're going to have fresh rice or quinoa or beans or whatever. So these things are valuable. The most precious asset you have is time. And you want to make this process of cooking as easy as possible. When I talk to clients about preparation of food, they're like, oh God, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Because they think it's going to be some big, arduous process, and they've got so much going on in their lives and so many more things that they value rather than spending their life cooking. So investing in a rice cooker, again, the cheap, is an awesome thing to do. And as I said, rice, quinoa, your beans, essentially, they can all go in there as well. So get 1 cup of rice to 1.5 cups of water usually, but it'll say what you need to do with each one of these. Add lime or lemon juice or like a bouillon oxo type cube in there as well. Only not too much of that with the bouillon, because obviously less is more with that thing. And then obviously you can zhuzh that rice up or that quinoa, the beans as well, give it some real flavour to it as well. Number 4, which I recommend more for your beans than the rice cooker itself. So whilst yes, you can do that, I prefer personally to let these guys simmer. And notice I say simmer, not boil. Don't go hell for leather on these guys, just simmer them. The beauty of the dried beans over the canned beans is there's no preservatives in there. When you've got the canned stuff, there's all sorts of gunk in there as well. But again, it's looking at the sort of the frozen veg and the fresh veg. The beans essentially dried, yes, awesome. If you care, you're going to get more nutrients. If you're not bothered about a little bit of preservatives, again, you've got to look at where you're at. It's better than a pizza, isn't it? Yeah. So it saves money, no preservatives, and it's very simple as well. Simple to prepare dried beans. So what you need to do, soak overnight, usually for 8 hours, depending on the bean, 8 hours plus usually. So if you pop it in overnight, soak them, dead easy. Just pop your pan, soak it, put a lid on it, rinse them the next morning. Obviously, get rid of that water, rinse it all out. Place in a large pot, cover with water, just cover it literally till the beans are just covered with water, and then off you go. Add a little bit of seasoning, salt, pepper, whatever you do into those beans. Check out Dr. Google, he will tell you what to do with them flavour wise. and simmer until done, basically. You might need to keep adding a little bit more water in there. General speaking, sort of 30-minute mark, check them, see where they're at. Obviously, make sure you've got water, and then check them every 10 minutes thereafter. And basically keep cooking until they're tender and firm as well. So you'll feel it. You know what it's like when you get your chili con carne and you push it. You can usually tell when a bean's cooked. You don't want it to be absolutely rock solid, do you? And then kidney beans are the only sort of anomaly that I know of in this sequence. You've got to boil them for 10 minutes first and then simmer. If not, you're going to run out of gas or whatever, or you know, you're in your induction hob. Cool. So that is 4 ways of cooking. So if I'm steaming, that's for the veggies. If I'm roasting in the oven, that's for the sweet potatoes. If I'm cooking rices or quinoas, then I'm in the rice cooker. And then if I'm simmering, I'm whacking the beans. So there you go, your smart carbohydrate conundrum. Off you go. So almost in order there, isn't it? So simmer, rice, cook. You can do it all there. You can do it all in one day, and it'll take you 30 to 40 minutes. You spend the rest of the time looking at YouTube clips and stuff. Cool. See you guys tomorrow for another lesson.